Have you also seen all these videos about how to set your yearly goals? There are literally thousands of them on YouTube telling you how to change your life in the next 12 months. But you know what? Many of them are setting you not for success and achieving your goals, but for failure. I guess many of us have been there, super motivated at the end of the previous year, then more or less motivated in January. Maybe the luckiest are still in Feb. But what happens next? We wrote down all these ambitious plans and just watched them crushed somewhere around March. But the problem is not you or me. It's actually the system, the wrong system of setting goals. Sure, all this approach of setting yearly goals sounds super motivating, but when you don't hit these goals, they hit you back with guilt, stress, and sometimes this feeling of being a loser. For myself, I decided that I had enough of it. And now when I'm setting goals, I really want to achieve them. And I want to achieve them without feeling all this nice bunch of not so nice things. So guys, in this video I will share with you why I'm not setting yearly goals anymore and give you 3 simple strategies that will actually set up you for success and help you to achieve your goal. And not hit you back, hopefully. Point number 1, and we should align on this one. Because if we don't, then don't watch this video anymore. It will be not useful for you. So okay, I think that a year is too much time for a tactic and too little for a strategy. What I mean by this? Strategy is something what we usually plan for big, really important goals. So it just cannot take 1 year. It's usually 2 to 3 years or even more. So for example, if you want to move abroad, can you do it in 1 year? Maybe yes. But how you will feel after this year if you did not prepare anything in advance? I don't know, and I don't want to know. And tactic is something for really small and achievable steps, which consequently, all together, bring you to your bigger goal. So your tactics help you to follow your strategy. So I think that a year is too much time for a tactic and too little for a strategy. Because if you plan for 3 months, this way you have 4 checkpoints throughout the year. One of them is definitely our favorite one in December. And then 3 more in March, June and September. So it really helps you to stay accountable, track your progress, adjust your tactic on a way if it's necessary, and not just wait till December and then be dissatisfied with the results of not achieved goals. Again, just think about it. Why huge companies have a strategy for like 5 years and then they do financial planning and reporting also for quarters, which is 3 months by the way. They're not stupid. They know that things change fast and you should be ready to adapt while keeping in mind your North Star scenario and long-term vision. Alright, if we're aligned on the first one, let's speak about the second one, which I personally consider to be one of the most powerful approaches to really achieve your goals. And it's called planning backwards. Yes, it may sound a bit counterintuitive, but trust me, it really works. Here is the idea. Instead of looking at your big or huge goal and feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by it, you split it into smaller, much more achievable steps. So you actually start from imagining where you want to be in, let's say, 1 year from a moment now, and it's your destination. Then you work backward to figure out which steps will bring you to this final goal. So let's break this one with an example. Imagine you want to finish a university and land a job in, let's say, marketing in 12 months. So yeah, now it's December, so let's say in December, in 1 year, you want to have your job. Now you need to ask yourself, what do I need to have done by September to make this happen? By September, I want to be getting regular interviews, some feedback, and really be close to the last hiring stages for some of the companies. Then you ask yourself again, to achieve it by September, what should be done by June then? Okay, then by June, I need to have all my documents like CV, motivation letter, recommendation letters, and so on to be prepared. And I also should apply for job openings every week. Cool, to be ready to do it in June. What should be accomplished by March? Well, by March I want to finish my university courses, maybe enlarge my networking with people from the marketing industry, update my LinkedIn profile, choose the top companies which I'm interested in. So do this preparatory work. See how it works? Instead of focusing on December and having it as the one and only milestone, you have broken the goal to smaller, much more achievable, trackable and manageable steps. And trust me, it's much more easier to be focused on these goals, because by planning backwards you really create these checkpoints which will keep you motivated, which will keep you focused. Maybe because there are some mental deadlines and not just one of them in December, but actually 4 of them throughout the year. Also because you can track your progress and also adjust your strategy. When you plan in December and you know that you already have some smaller goals which should be achieved by March, trust me, you don't have so much time and possibilities to procrastinate, because your deadline is in 3 months and you have to start doing something. But also when you break down your bigger goals this way, they don't seem to be so overwhelming, unachievable, and there is no this constant pressure of overthinking. So instead of saying, I need to figure out my life by December of next year, you're saying, what I can do this month to get closer to my goal. Trust me, it's less stressful and much more productive. And the third one, it's a short one. Be accountable and honest with yourself. I always tell you that there are 2 extremes. The first one is to be too harsh on yourself. And the second one is to be too chilled, unmotivated, and lazy. And we don't want any of them. That's why it's so important to find your balance between actually doing some steps towards your goals, but also not putting too much pressure on yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. Prioritize your mental and physical health and learn how to differentiate when you're just lazy or scared and that's why you don't want to do something, or when your body or mental health really requires your focus and you should take a day off, help yourself, recharge your batteries and get back on track. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found something useful for yourself and you will at least try one of these methods. Write below in comments how you're setting your goals, if yearly goals are working for you, if you agree or disagree with me. It will be really interesting for me to know how it works for different people, because for sure there is no one and the only one right way to plan your stuff. Thanks for watching, it was my pleasure, and hopefully see you in next videos.